Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the talk, Life Beyond Neurology. These are my disclosures. Ladies and gentlemen, before the beginning of the talk, I would request each one of you to take a pause and examine various spheres of your life. The various spheres of the life could be professional life, personal life, mental health, physical health, social life, and financial life. Kindly take 1 minute of pause and just try to find out how are you doing in these spheres of your life. Is it good, or it can be improved to the next level? Just take a pause and find out. So here I begin my talk. A man who does not move forward moves backward according to the theory of relativity. Either you are improving or deteriorating day by day. James Clear, in his famous book called Atomic Habits, states that small daily change can lead to massive success after some time. We need to make small changes in our life, which can lead to a massive success. The usual story of most of the individuals are that they study or work hard, get a job, get a car, get a house, get a spouse, get a better job, get a better house, get a better car, get sick, get the ticket, and get the hell out of here. This is the story of 95% of the individuals. And we get stuck in our life and there is no further improvement. We don't take a pause and examine our own life. Every act of the human being is for happiness, for pleasure. And we try to avoid displeasure, discomfort, or pain. Even a person who commits suicide, he does so to terminate displeasure, discomfort, or chronic suffering. Ladies and gentlemen, unexamined life is extremely painful to the given person. It's painful to the family members and to the society. The quality of the life of a person largely depends upon the quality of the mind. The quality of the mind is extremely important, and that is why I say that life is nothing but a mind game. Coming to the professional life, this is the scenario number one. A 43-year-old man is a director of a multinational company. He got promoted last 3 years back, and he works 12 hours after promotion and gets back to his home very late. And even after coming, he continues to work at home. He has wife and 2 children. Over a period of time, he has developed poor interpersonal relationship, which results in poor quality of life. He has increasing job stress, anxiety, fear. Finally, he requires psychiatric help. He undergoes cognitive behavioral therapy. And over a period of 3 to 4 months, he slowly improves. He does introspection for himself, and he understood that it's high time for him to consider a change in the job. He relocates to a smaller city in India, and finally he considered a change of the job, and he describes that currently he's in a peaceful state of mind. This is another person, a 32-year-old man, studies BE in IIT Delhi and subsequently does MBA from Harvard University. However, he did not pursue this career and change his career and opts to become a spiritual teacher for 10 years. I know this person, and yearly 2-3 times I meet him. He's extremely happy. He has no earning. He's fully blessed, and he is extremely happy and fulfilled. Udaya Monia. a life which is well lived. There is a possibility that life can be mislived or it can be even wasted. Some of the important professional quotes: choose a job that you love and you will never have to work a day in your life. Japanese people, I have read many books of Japanese author. They describe this particular concept. If you love your job, you don't have to retire, that you can continue to work for a long time. It is not what you achieve, it is what you overcome, and that what defines your career. Michael Jordan says that I have missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I have lost 300 games. 26 times I have been trusted to take the game-winning shot and I missed. I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. That's what very profound by Michael Jordan. Ladies and gentlemen, it is extremely important to understand that there is nothing called as failure. Failure means there is learning, and from the learning we can improve ourselves, and that's the beginning of the success. Success is how high you bounce when you hit the bottom. That is why I always say, optimize your own professional life. You have to answer your own boundary. You should define your own success. You cannot run the race of another individual. Find out the level in which you want to operate. For example, a neurologist want to have 10 publications per year. That could be his personal choice, but that is none of my choice. Therefore, you are the person. You have to tell what exactly do you want to do, at what professional level you want to operate. Long-term vision about your professional goal is extremely important. And finally, you must make your action plan for your professional life, and you need to track your goals. Very important thing is that if you are thinking many things about your professional life, it does not occur. Most important thing, well written, well documented, well structured plan in your personal diary probably will lead to success. Ladies and gentlemen, you must analyze your own professional life and answer the following few basic questions which you already know. Information is not knowledge, but action. We have to act, and that action, translation into action, actually it will take your life to the next level. How long do you want to work? You ask yourself. What exactly is your financial goal from your profession? How effectively do you want to deliver work? Do you gossip with your colleagues unnecessarily in the workplace? How do you maintain your relationship with your colleagues? Are you willing to compromise your health, well-being, and personal life because of career? What time do you want to return from your office? All these things, you know it very well. Most important thing is that please analyze and operate and start acting from tomorrow. Whatever you want, it is available. The most important thing is that we are not ready to take the appropriate action. We are not ready for the journey. Please remember that the journey can be beautiful or it can even be painful, but you must be ready to play the game so that you can take the game to the next level. Please remember one of the most important questions in terms of your goal. Are you going to be happy after getting what you want? This is $1 million question, ladies and gentlemen, that you must answer. Most of the time, we could achieve our goals, but we develop another goal. We plan for another goal after goal, and there we get stuck. Optimize your goals, simplify your goal, and enjoy your life. Coming to the next sphere of the life called as personal life. This is one of the most important sphere of our life. Your relationship with your wife, children, parents are very important. Do you really connect with them? Do you really spend quality time with them? Are you glued to phone while being with your loved ones? What's your commitment towards your personal life? Are you willing to have a compromised life at the expense of your so-called extraordinary professional life? Please answer this question to take your personal life to the next level. Write down all the positive qualities or the positives of your spouse. Set goals to play the next level of personal life. Spend quality time with your family members and with your parents. True love. Most important thing is any conditional love. Conditional love is the beginning of suffering. True love is going to make your life wonderful. Get rid of all kind of socio-cultural false belief system that we have inherited from our culture or society. Please remember one of the most profound sentence. Life actually is a romantic business. But please remember, in your life, you have to make the romance, nobody else. Children are the best gift of the universe. They are to be loved, cared, and nurtured. To raise healthy, happy, courageous, and independent kids should be our goal. True love is extremely important. Please don't micromanage your children's life and time, this is going to make your life hell. In fact, the current love with our children is attached and filled with some own agenda. We have our own agenda. We feel that we are making a lot of sacrifice for our children's growth. That should not happen, and we should allow freedom to our children. The children are present in the present moment. We are never present in the present moment. Either we are in the past or in the future. We are in a hypothetical world. Please remember, ladies and gentlemen, that the ability to live in the present moment is one of the most profound things that a person can try to do in his life. The next moment can unfold in many directions. Life can unfold in many directions in the next moment, including death. Judgment, it kills almost all kind of relationship that we are aware, but every now and then we judge other people. So we don't focus on ourselves. We are busy in focusing with other things. The greatest wealth is health, but we don't understand till we develop some kind of disease or poor health. Those who think that they have not the time for bodily exercise will sooner or later have to find time for illness. Health is not valued till sickness comes. That is why you must make your goals in terms of your health and lifestyle. These are some of the goals. Action plan is diet, exercise, and good quality of sleep are very, very important. These are some of the things which I am to discuss in terms of the diet. See, most important thing I want to emphasize that the diet for a given person can vary, and if somebody is suffering from a disease, they need to consult their expert. These are some of the general statements which I want to make. It is better to cut down sugar from the diet, cut down junk food, artificial food items. Intermittent fasting is very healthy, and I will show in the next slide the importance of intermittent fasting. Vegetarian, I generally prefer a vegetarian diet. Non-vegetarian diet I take occasionally, mostly fish and egg white. The more seriously we destroy the food, we cook the food, the better it tastes, but the nutritional value of the food is lost in that bargain. That is why I make a habit that I take fruits and raw vegetables as a part of my diet. Please remember that I am not a specialist in diet and nutrition. Your diet can be extremely specific. You may consult your expert, but these are some of the general outline which I want to make. Intermittent fasting, this is a landmark paper in New England Journal of Medicine, which is published. Please, if you want, you can read this paper. These are some of the benefits of intermittent fasting. We know that our parents or grandparents, they used to have intermittent fasting during the Ekadasi days, but currently we have introduced 3 or 4 extra meals per day in our menu. Intermittent fasting can cause weight loss, loss of abdominal fat, lowers the risk of diabetes. It's beneficial for health of the heart and brain. It prolongs the lifespan. It may prevent the cancer. And lastly, it reduces inflammation and modifies the oxidative process. However, intermittent fasting may not be possible for some persons, those who have got some health problem. So therefore, you need to consult your expert before adopting this principle. But I feel that intermittent fasting may be practiced for suitable persons. It has been clearly documented in various medical literature that exercise has proven beyond doubt that it prevents the risk of heart attack, brain stroke, or modifies other risk factors. It reduces the cardiovascular mortality. How many individuals, despite knowing that there are standard guidelines and benefits of exercise, we continue to do exercise daily? We lead a sedentary life, and we will pay the price for leading a sedentary life. Many people don't do exercise till they develop some kind of health problem. However, the limitations that if a person is having specific disease or disability, they will not be able to do exercise. What I want to comment by showing this slide is that, as in general, healthy people, they need to do exercise so that they can prevent certain preventable diseases. Why do we fail to do exercise on daily basis? We fail to do exercise on daily basis mainly because of poor motivation, negative attitude, no short-term gain, failure to see long-term goals, lack of well-written structured program, and when the best become the enemy of the good. Most important thing is that when you do exercise, there is no immediate improvement, and you may not see improvement in the next 5 or 6 months or even 1 year. And that is why many people may not like to do exercise. Many people also feel that they will do exercise only when they get 1 or 2 hours. But I personally believe that even if you have 10 minutes, you begin the exercise, and over a period of time, you will be able to build. Most important thing is that if somebody leads a sedentary life, they have to pay the price of poor health in due course of time. A structured action plan is the key to success. If you write down what exactly you want to do, where you want to do, probably there is a great chance that you will perform this act. Structured plan is the key to success. These are the type of exercise which I do, and it has been clearly documented in my personal diary. Monday, Tuesday, every specific day, what exercise to be done, it has been clearly documented in the diary, and I strictly adhere to this particular program. This is my program. And what exact program do you want? You have to define. Any one of you is having any health related problem, please check with your expert before following my plan. This is my personal view, and you need to design your own exercise plan. This is Professor David Sinclair from Harvard University, and he has written book on lifespan. He has mentioned the importance of diet and lifestyle in terms of health and aging. If anybody is interested, you can read the book on lifespan. Financial life is extremely important to discuss because this is one of the cause of major worry and anxiety to a significant number of people. I am not an expert in financial plan, but I want to just outline some of the important headings in finance plan, which if you think you need to do, or you can consult a financial planner, those who will guide you. Emergency fund, health insurance, term insurance, financial goals, retirement planning, and estate planning. These are the headings in which financial planners discuss the financial plan of a given individual. It is extremely important to have an emergency fund, which is defined as 6 months of your 6 into your monthly expenses. This money should be kept either in a bank and in liquid form so that you can get this money whenever you need this during your emergency time. This amount or corpus will vary from person to person, and it depends upon your individual capacity. However, you should have a corpus for your emergency. Health insurance is extremely important nowadays. Term insurance is important because if somebody is an active earning member of the family, and if they don't have a term insurance, and God forbid, if there is something happens, then there is going to be a huge economical loss to the family. It is important to have financial goals in terms of short-term goal or long-term goals. My long-term financial goal involves the higher education of my children, my retirement planning, and my children's marriage. Estate planning is extremely important, and this is the last chapter of the financial planning. This particular slide depicts the IQ part of the finance. Estate planning means whatever wealth you have, if you wish to donate, please write a will. And if you don't wish to donate and you think that your children or spouse should inherit this, then a written will is a must. Another important thing which I want to say, even if I'm not a finance planner, that generally works well, we must simplify our financial life. We should not have many accounts in various banks. We should keep all the financial documents in an electronic form, and we should share with our spouse so that they should be aware wherever our financial documents are kept so that they can access it at the time of emergency. How much money is enough? There is no study, or this is something EQ related question than IQ related question, and it differs from person to person. Coming to the EQ part of the finance, what exactly wealth? Gradually over a period of time, I'm understanding that the real wealth is in relations, the quality of life that I lead with my family members. It is not materials or money anymore. That is why we can achieve financial freedom very early than what we think. We do not have to work hard to pay the bills or pay the EMI anymore. Financial freedom versus inner freedom. I believe that it is inner freedom that a person may like to achieve, because it is the inner freedom that will ultimately gives to a peaceful state of mind. This is one of the very important person in the financial sphere. I would like to share one of the story. Ken Honda, he's a millionaire. I'm not sure that whether he's a millionaire or not, but he retires, that he achieves financial freedom at the age of 29, at the time when his daughter was born. So Ken Honda retires at the age of 29, and subsequently he teaches about the psychological aspect of money, and he has taught many people, and he has written many books about wealth. This is in the right side. Wahei Takeda is his guru, and Wahei Takeda is also a Jain millionaire, but he lived his life like a monk. He used to donate gold coins to the waiters wherever he used to go for dinner, and he used to say that this is for your smile. Wahei Takeda is a millionaire, but he lived his life like a monk. These are the three important persons I want to mention their name during my financial discussion. This is Warren Buffett, close to 80 years of age. This is Wahei Takeda, and this is Charlie Munger. Charlie Munger is now 96 years of age, but still he is active in his business. He's from United States, Omaha. If you buy things you don't need, you will soon sell things which you need. The difference between a successful person and a highly successful person is that the highly successful person says no to almost everything. Ladies and gentlemen, we say yes to everything. Our plate is full. We don't have time for ourselves. If you are the luckiest 1% of the humanity, you owe it to the rest of the humanity to think about the other 99%. This is 96-year-old billionaire Charlie Munger. The secret story to a long and happy life is so simple. Charlie Munger states that you don't have a lot of envy, you don't have a lot of resentment, you don't overspend your income, you stay cheerful in spite of your troubles, you deal with reliable people, and you do what you are supposed to do. And all these simple rules work so well to make your life better. His prescription is extremely logical. We must get rid of the negative emotions. This is the Charlie Munger's formula for a long, happy, and successful life. He's a billionaire. Ladies and gentlemen, there are studies which have been published that even if a person accumulates huge amount of wealth suddenly, or if he gets lottery, this will not result in permanent happiness. Over a period of 4 to 6 weeks, the happiness index gradually comes down and something called hedonic adaptation sets in, which I'm going to discuss in my subsequent slide. So we need very less money than what we think. Two persons with the same amount of money, with the same amount of job can have differential peaceful state of mind. Appreciate everything and everybody. Yes, you can think that you can retire. Retirement means financial freedom earlier than what you have ever thought of. You don't have to work throughout your life to pay the bills. If you really love to do neurology, please continue to do neurology. There is no problem. Inner freedom is extremely important than financial freedom. Without love, we won't survive. Human beings are social creatures, and a concern for each other is the very basis of our life. Be the change you wish to see in the world. We may not be able to do great things, but still we can do small things with a great love. Alone, we can do little, but as a team, we can have massive success. The only way to have a good friend is to be one. You have to invest time and energy with your friends. Review all your social relationships and truly connect with people you love. Ladies and gentlemen, in the real practical life, we may face problems with other people. At times we may face individuals, and at times we may face situations where there is a chronic pain, anxiety, and suffering. As a common man, I think that sometimes we have to review our personal or social relationship. And if there is a source of chronic pain, there is something called as conscious uncoupling. That means with due respect, we need to part. There should be no disrespect to another human being. But if it is not possible, and the road is end, then conscious uncoupling methodology may be adopted. However, if you want, you can try 6 months, give your 100%. And if it still does not work out, we need to part with due respect. Relationship with your friends and family needs to be reviewed. Social gratitude is extremely important. If a person practices social gratitude, and then there is a good possibility then the productivity is going to increase. To our either subordinates or neurology residents or some other people, we think that they are lazy or crazy. But it is through social gratitude, and once you understand their performance and their contribution, definitely there is going to be huge change in the system. Do not beat another human being down. Do not underestimate another human being under any circumstances. Optimize your time in the social media. You need to decide the advantage or disadvantage of social media in your personal life. Social media is extremely important nowadays. We get all the information because of the high level and social media. But please optimize your own social media time spent. How much time do you want to spend in various social media according to your personal choice? Happiness is what you think, what you say, and what you do in harmony. Most folks are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. He who controls his mind controls the world. Finally, it's the mind game. When you type in the Google, who is the happiest person of the world, you will see only one person, that is called Matthew Ricard, a Buddhist monk, a French scientist currently in Nepal. He states that the more the number of external variables outside you, the least happy you will be. That is why happiness is inside you. If you search for happiness outside, you are not going to be happy. You should be happy right now. You should be happy here, right now, wherever you are. And be present in the present moment. As I mentioned, that the next moment can be different and there are 1,000 possibilities. Matthew Ricard, he was a volunteer subject in a study performed at University of Wisconsin Medicine on happiness, and he scored significantly above the average of hundreds of volunteers in that particular study. Various studies have shown that love, kindness, and compassion meditation have positive impact in reducing stress, negativity, and regulates the emotion. Mindfulness meditation practice gradually improves the awareness of acceptance of the present moment and also improves the emotional dysregulation, negativity, and anxiety. There is improved functional connectivity between amygdala, a part of temporal lobe of our brain, and prefrontal cortex of the brain, predominantly the ventromedial prefrontal cortex. Longer the duration of the meditation, more profound is the benefit in terms of emotional regulation and improved awareness of the present moment. Emotional integrity is the key to success in personal development. IQ may not be true. Most of the people have got good IQ, but it is the emotional integrity which is going to be the game changer. Release all negative emotions and fill this with positive state of mind. Gratitude practice on daily basis, meditation on daily basis, and forgiveness practice on daily basis can be a game changer, and it will take your life to the next level. Ladies and gentlemen, gratitude practice is extremely important. And this should include all domains of our life: personal life, social life, professional life, financial life, all possible spheres of the life. We must express our gratitude. I know a person who begins his day with the celebration of death. Please remember that the next moment could be a death, and the appreciation that we are alive right now at this point of time is one of the most profound thing, because the next moment can be anything. Finally, most important thing is that our thoughts and habits are very, very important. Finally, it boils down to our habit that will be a game changer. The degree of self-development depends upon the daily routines and habits that a person performs. Habit is something that you repeatedly perform, and subsequently the brain does not have to analyze too much, like brushing the teeth or driving the car. Change your habits, get rid of bad habits, sustain good habits, and we need to know what are the most important morning rituals. If you want to do, you can do. You can get rid of the bad habits by removing the cue. Cue is one of the most important thing. For example, if you do not want to eat sugar, then you may stop buying the sugar. Once the cue is not available, then there is a good possibility that you may get rid of this bad habit. For example, if you do not want to see the WhatsApp or any social media, for some time you can keep your phone in a different room. And whenever you want to see, you can bring it back, so that during that time you can concentrate with your work. How to sustain good habits? Then you can make the cue visible. For example, if you want to do exercise in the morning, you can keep your shoes in a place where you can see in the morning, so that it will stimulate you to do the exercise. So the principle, the cue. So for a bad habit, you should remove the cue, and for a good habit, the cue should be visible, so that it will be helpful to you to build good practices. Let it go. Most important thing is that let it go. Don't carry the suitcase on your head. The train has enough space. Most of the time we are carrying stress, tension, anxiety, and fear. Please remove all those things. It is not going to be helpful at all. We are the prisoners of the past. Based on some past circumstances or some past event, we try to generalize and try to believe it for the rest of our life, and it closes our door. Always it is better to remain open-minded and analyze the life in a positive direction. We don't know whether it is good or bad. A given situation, we always judge and try to name it. It's a bad event for me. It's a good event for me. It is never like that. In due course of time, the event can be good or bad. Real life will tell. Your plate is full. You have a lot of things. You are doing a lot of things. Your plate is already full. Delete certain things. Ladies and gentlemen, if you delete few things from your life is going to be extraordinary. This is one of the important things which I want to discuss, something called as hedonic adaptation. Once we acquire some material, maybe money or a house or some beautiful car, then after some time, our brain adapts to that and we no more like that. And then the brain starts craving for the next level of material, and there we get stuck. How do you like to love the material that you already have and you get a sense of satisfaction? In the ancient books of Stoicism, it has been mentioned that if a person practices negative visualization, that means whatever you have acquired, whatever could be your skill, whatever may be the level of your financial stability, it can be destroyed on a single moment. That is why it is important that if you practice negative visualization, that there is a time, that there is a possibility that you may lose all your wealth, or you may lose your money, or you may lose your materials, or you may lose some loved one, then your life is going to be profound. Subsequently, your interaction with those individuals or whatever you have, the love is going to be so profound that you can enjoy with whatever you have instead of craving for the next level of items and materials. Another important principle from the Stoicism is that triaging the situations in life. For example, as a neurologist, if I get a patient with bleeding in the brain with Mass Effect, I refer them to neurosurgery and relax. And it is the neurosurgeon's job to operate the patient. But what will you do when you get stuck with Cyclone Amphan, Corona crisis, stock market crisis, poor relationship, working 14 hours in the office? What will you do? Yes, if you want, you can do this. These are real life scenario. If the situation is under your control, take action, rational thinking. Please remember that you can control only yourself. You can't do anything to anybody else. Neither you can change a given situation which is not under your control. If the situation is partially under your control, play the game fully and internalize the goal. That means you give your best, but don't expect anything. And if the situation is not under your control, like Cyclone Amphan, please don't think anything. It is a nature's call, or you can refer it to somebody. I mean, if you can refer it to nature. Do not argue with the life. Life can unfold in thousands of possibilities beyond your imagination. The power of acceptance is one of the most profound things, and it can change your life to the next level. Please track your positive habits, track your goals in all spheres of life, and persistent mental training in all spheres are of crucial importance. Please remember, in a given situation, whether you want to play the role of a source or a seeker is a person who is dependent on many persons and finally gets paralyzed. The moment you become a source, abundance is in the mindset. Abundance is in the mindset. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in a city called a scarcity. We always need more and more, and we always need more and more. But abundance is nothing but a mindset. You can simply change your mindset and you will see that you will be able to play your game at the next level. The magic question of human life is, what are you being while doing? Whenever you are practicing neurology in your clinic, what is your emotional state? Are you happy? Are you scolding the patient? Are you frustrated because of poor interpersonal relationship? Please examine this thing, because that is the magic question, the power of remaining in the present. The more powerfully you are able to live in the present moment, your life is going to be awesome. It is going to change. That is why do not create stories and movie either in the present or in the future. Yes, it is important to analyze at times the future or the past, but it is very, very important that we must live powerfully in the present moment. The morning rituals, these are some of my rituals. If you want, you can follow. Otherwise, you can throw this idea and you can build your own ritual strategy. Wake up early in the morning, meditate, gratitude and forgiveness practice, daily exercise, learn about your subject, the craft that you sell, the neurology that you are selling, to be precisely speaking. You must have an in-depth knowledge. Daily journaling about your life, your day, or your months. Plan the day, track your goals. Reflection of the day before you sleep. What went wrong today? If you think just before your sleep, so that you can improve on the next day. Ladies and gentlemen, please remember one very profound thing. If you lead a single day successfully, it will lead to a successful week, then month, and then year, and then finally life. Something called Udaya Monia, a life which is well lived. Ladies and gentlemen, please note These my talks, my slides, these are my personal view. If you want, you may follow some of my tips. Otherwise, please throw this idea and you can have your own idea and play the game at the next level. Please remember my comments on diet or my comments on exercise. It is only meant for healthy individual. If some individual is having any kind of disease, they can consult their expert and take action appropriately. All these informations are my personal viewpoints. Change one habit in a month and then you will see your life goes to the next level. If you want to read some of the books, these are the list of some of the books which can be quite helpful to you. Yes, it is possible. Mental training in all sphere of life is possible, and it will take your life to the next level. I stop here, and I just want to say only one important thing: the unlearning or deconstructing the past patterns is the key to real success. Thank you so much. I sincerely acknowledge each participant for giving me this valuable opportunity to speak before you. Thank you so much.